Hey guys, I'm here today to talk about the Sager NP8651, also known as the Clevo P650SE. I just bought one from Exotic PC, and I thought you guys might like to see what it looks like to upgrade the memory on one of these systems. It has 4 DIMM slots, and I only got the one that came with 8 gigs and 1 stick, and I ran CPU-Z on that, and it was showing that it's made by Wintech. I hear they can make modules for like Samsung or Crucial and stuff like that, but I figured I'd go ahead and upgrade to some of this Kingston Impact DDR3 stuff. And I wanted to go with 16 gigs, so I got 2 sets of 4 gigs because I wanted it to be dual channel. I wasn't sure if that was important with this laptop. But I'll go ahead and get to it and show you what I got going on. So first you're going to want to get in here and you're going to want to remove all these little tiny screws. I already did so, but there's about, I don't know, like 15 or something small screws that you need to take out. And if you want to get access to the second set of memory slots like I do, then you're going to want to have to remove the ones also for the keyboard, and you're going to have to push that keyboard out, and I'll show you how to do that. Once you've got all the screws removed, you're going to want to go in, and I typically start at this edge up here with the network RJ45 slot. It allows you to get a little bit of a grab there. It's okay, you know, the first time I pulled it out, it was kind of tougher to pop, so don't be scared that you're going to break something by putting some force on it. Just try not to go too far. And it pops right open for you. You can see here. So hopefully you can see well enough. You've got the 2 DIMM slots here, and this is the 1 8 gig DIMM that they sent me in the system. So I went ahead and disconnected the battery here. It's got a little connector there, and this is your battery. So I disconnected that just to be safe. And over here you can see the GPU, dual cooling. Over here CPU. It looks pretty good with all the heat pipes and stuff. But to the memory, I'm going to go ahead and remove what's in here. And I'm going to go ahead and install. So with my HyperX Impact memory. Pops right in there pretty easily. The real pain in the butt, though, is the other side. You can't access the other DIMMs unless you remove the keyboard, and so we'll have to do that. I wanted to show you real quickly. They have the M-SATA, M.2 SATA ports here, so you can put an SSD and other upgrades here. They're the longer, skinnier ones. So you can find those. They're supposed to be really fast. In fact, they make some that are really fast now, but I'm not sure if these particular ports support the fastest that I had seen. Let's go ahead and flip this over. I want to be gentle, of course. And what we're going to have to do is stand it on its side because we need to get the screen open. And we're going to want to pop that keyboard a little bit. So I have decided to use a little paper clip here. It's about the only thing I have that'll fit in the smaller slot, and let me show you where that's at here before I get too far. So the slot that you want to go ahead and push is right here. It's this metal, kind of darker metal piece. You're going to want to push through that, and that releases the keyboard. I'll go ahead and work on popping that out. Doesn't take too much pressure to get it started. You can see that this edge has popped out a bit, and then you just kind of, I worked my way along the top first, and then kind of pulled up a little bit. You don't want to pull too hard because there's a couple of cables under here that attach it to the motherboard. So we can flip that open. And I know the lighting isn't great, but there are 2 DIMM slots here that you can pop the RAM into, and I'll show you here. and hopefully everything works perfectly. I have not tested it yet, so not with the new memory. It was working really well with the old memory. Alright, that's it for snapping in the memory. And you just flip it back over. Put a little pressure on there to get it to kind of snap back into place. There we go. Okay. Everything's in there nice and solid. It's a really nice feeling keyboard too if you haven't. It's got a lot of travel and it feels really separated. Feels nice quality. And it's backlit even through the keys themselves. So I'm going to close this up. Actually, you know what? I forgot. Bear with me just a minute here. I'm going to go ahead and pop that back out a moment. I forgot I'd taken the chamber cover off originally when I went through and did this before I put it back together, thinking I'd make a video. So let me pop this out one more time. Got that back out. And there was actually this cover I forgot that had covered this slot originally. So we'll put that back down there. And we'll screw that in with the 4 little screws that they provided. Hopefully you have a better screwdriver than I did for this stupid little screws, because they're a pain in the butt with this dumb thing. But one thing that I really liked about the this particular notebook by Sager, it's my first Sager, but is that it had tons of expandability, so never had to worry about upgrading in the future. Lots of space for that. All right, now we've got it where it needs to be. I'm going to put this puppy back in. Press in firmly. I'm going to make sure it snaps in all the areas. Looks like that went in nice and well. Good. All right, now we can close this up. Flip it back over here. You can see I went with the Samsung EVO 250 gig. I just felt like if I was going to buy another one and I wanted to put it in a RAID, this is the better drive, and it wasn't much more money, so I had them do that there. It can take 2 of those on top of each other, and then of course the M-SATA drives, you can pop in extra ones if you want. Let me go in here. I'll get this all closed up. And that's really all there is to it. You're going to want to get in here and you got to line it up pretty good to get the snap all together again. And I had to pull these out just a little ways back here to cover all of the ports, make sure you don't damage them. So it's a good idea to kind of start with this end, actually. Get it where it needs to be. Watch for your work here. And put a little steam on it. Snap it together. And you're in good shape. Alright, I'm just going to put the screws back together and we should be in good shape. If there are any other videos you guys would like me to make, I do have The Witcher 3. I already ran it a little bit. I'm kind of playing through The Witcher 2, so I'm trying not to ruin that. But if you'd like to see some benchmarks or have any questions about it, it runs it pretty well. I was running it on high at 1080p, and I was just going through the tutorial. It looked really nice, crazy draw distance in that game, and it looked like it was running it pretty well. I would say probably, I don't know, 40 frames per second from what I could see on high in 1080p. So any questions, feel free to comment and I'll make some more videos. Thank you.